What's up YouTube, this is King1986 here, and this contest entry for WildHarpie. And yeah, the link to his description, to his channel will be down below in the description. Go ahead and check him out, sub to him. And yeah, if you guys want to enter his contest, because that's what this is for. Yeah, and basically his contest idea was basically come up with your own, I guess you could say, combos slash deck ideas that nobody has really thought of yet, but yet it's, I guess you could say, it works, and it has to be legit, legal, stuff like that. So you gotta know your rulings, basically. So yeah, let's get started with the deck. This is what I like to call the Dandy Warrior Obelisk type deck. So yeah, basically the deck runs 3 obelisks. I would show them if I had them, but I don't. So yeah, these are just proxies, just so you guys know. And I got 2 Lilas, and I'll explain why. Because they actually, you know, they're good for dumping, and plus Lila is good for popping your opponent's back row. When she's summoned, you can either switch her to defense, and actually no, not when she's summoned. You can basically use her effect once per turn, where you can switch her in defense and pop it back your opponent's back row. Sorry, it's kind of late and kind of tired. So yeah, these are actually supposed to be Raiku's, 2 of them, but actually I got 1 of them. But anyway, they still work. They actually help you dump, you know, which I will explain the purpose of dumping for this deck. Of course, you got him. He also dumps, and he's a good 1850 beater, just to kind of beat your opponent up. Wow. And you got the quick draws, of course, you know. Dump a card, special summon them, synchro summon for a drill warrior, or turbo warriors, nitro warriors, basically anything like that. But it has to have something to do with the synchron in its name. So yeah, basically. Of course, you guys know what it does. Treeborn frogs. There's 2 of them in here. And, of course, when he's in your graveyard and you don't have a Treeborn Frog on the field, you can special summon him. There's 2 of them, and I'll explain why later on. Basically, it all comes down to this little combo here. It involves Genix Controller and the new Genix, I guess how you say, Undine or something like that. Basically, Undine, you discard, or you don't discard, I'm sorry. When he's summoned, you basically can tribute or take 1 water monster from your deck and send it to the graveyard to add a Genix Controller to your hand. So, yeah, of course, that's why Treeborn's in here. Of course, you know what Dandelion's in here for. Basically, to get the tokens, either sync them or tribute them if you need. But you have to wait a turn to tribute them for Obelisk, so, of course. And, of course, Fishboard Blaster. He's a good water-type monster. He can be special summoned from your graveyard by discarding 1 card. So, yeah, that's why he's in there. And, also, if you happen to have both of these 2 on the field, you can actually sync for Hydrodynamics. So, yeah. Of course, and in case you guys don't know what he does, he's basically like that. I can't think of the name offhand, but he's that level 8 psychic type synchro monster that when he destroys a monster, you gain life points equal to the attack of the original attack points of the monster that it destroyed. So yeah, that's basically easier, I guess, easier to get out. Level 6, and he's at 23. So yeah, pretty good if you need to gain life points. So yeah, there's the monsters for that build. Of course, the Obelisk. Hey, there he is. And now on with the spells. I run 2 Book of Moons. Of course, you know, you need to have some kind of defense while you're trying to set up for Obelisk or your synchro, whatever, stuff like that. Basically, this deck you can choose whether, if whatever situation is best, it works with that way. Like you got the synchro monsters, or you got obelisks. So yeah. Anyway, back with the spells. I run one My Body, of course. They're limited to one. You want to have at least one of these in your deck, I suggest. So that way your opponent, if your opponent activates like Mirror Force or Lightning Vortex, you can negate it by paying 1,500. And this is a proxy, and I'm proxying this for a Foolish Burial. This is actually supposed to be a Foolish Burial. Of course, you know what Foolish Burial does. You send one card from your deck to the graveyard, and in most cases it could be Dandelion or Fishboard Blaster or Treeborn Frog. So yeah, you got multiple options with Foolish Burial. So yeah, with this deck. Of course, Mind Control, Brain Control, Sword of Reveal and Light. Of course, take Mind Control and Brain Control. You take control of your opponent's monster. Most of the time, you either be sinking them, or if you use Brain Control, you're probably going to tribute for your obelisk. So yeah, Sword of Reveal and Light, good for stalling. And two common staples, everybody runs them. Of course, Mystic Space Typhoon and Heavy Storm. And to help replenish your hand or to keep your strategy going, you got the Monster Reincarnations. You need to get back the Dandelions, you know, do your thing with them. Or either some of your lightsworns if you need to start ditching some cards to get some cards in the graveyard. You know, whatever situation you needed for them. And then you got Pot of Avarice, you know, to help replenish your hand. Or your deck, I'm sorry. Your deck. So then we got the traps. Of course, you got one Call of the Haunted, two Bottomless Trap Holes, one Mirror Force, two Deep Prisons, and a Starlight Road, which is actually going to act as a Threatening Roar. But I can't find my other Threatening Roar. I don't know where it's at, so I'm just subbing that in for right now. But it's actually supposed to be a Threatening Roar, so yeah. So yeah, guys, that's the deck. I believe that's 43. That's a 43 card deck. I'm still trying to trim it down a little bit, but it runs pretty good like it is right now, as far as I'm able to test it. I'm still missing some key cards, as you can see. So yeah. So yeah, YouTube, that's the deck profile, and I hope I win. So I hope this deck ain't posted. So far, I've checked, and it's not really posted. I mean, I haven't found anything like it. So I basically took like 3 different deck ideas and kind of combined them into one, so it's kind of unique. So yeah, I hope I win. So yeah, peace out, YouTube, and don't forget to sub to WildHarpie. Remember, his channel link is down below. So yeah, peace out, YouTube.